Julia 57.
Hello again. Hey!
Magic in the Mansions is a programme of work that explores creativity with children in a small community. The programme began with some exploratory workshops in 2021, and as a result of those workshops we commissioned the artist Orla Kelly to design a programme of work that would run for 6 months in Mary's Mansions in Dublin 1.
So we've had people come in and do arts and crafts and stuff for all the kids in the complex.
We had to make up stories out of the thing, and then we went to the lab to watch them all.
My plan is to show them how to use the light and the cutout piece to make a little shadow and hopefully play with this type of magic.
We've made little films, we've delivered packages to houses, we've done group workshops, we've done individual workshops with a huge range of different children of different ages.
They made their own scenes and made their own stories and stuff. We went around to the lab where we watched the film of it.
We are looking to explore how delivering a creative programme of work with children can be delivered, but also to examine its impact, not only on the children with having such regular access to creative programming, but also on the wider community.
It's fun and we're learning how to share and we meet new people.
Yeah, and we get to learn about different artists and everything.
The community have really become involved in the programme, and their support of the programme and helping us to deliver it has been invaluable, and it couldn't have happened without the community. And what's been really lovely is that people can open their doors and they can see children on the grass, working together, playing together, making some really lovely pieces of art.
This object was brought here in Ireland because I felt that I need to show our culture, to the Irish people. Many of the object was brought here in Europe, to adventurers and missionaries as object of curiosity. But to us, it was not art; it was part of our daily lives back home.
The exhibition is designed for children and families, so my approach in putting together the exhibition was to break it down into themes that would make it accessible. This is a collection of artefacts from the former Kingdom of Congo, and part of the exhibition is to bring this culture, this rich heritage, to the Irish community and to the libraries community, and for children and families to have the opportunity to visit, to learn about this rich and diverse culture.
I suppose it's not just about the making and creating of art. Sometimes it's about watching and seeing things and having time and a chance to look and to engage with art. And I suppose this particular piece of work gives children and families in the community an opportunity to really hear the histories, the stories, and look at the craftsmanship involved in such beautiful work. And it's lovely to be able to bring it to the heart of the community in Charleville Mall Library.
I've been working on an 8-week project with the children, with 3 groups of children here in Ottenham House. So I'm doing a combination of drama, story and play.
A programme that all of the children would be able to buy into, regardless of the developmental stage, their language skills. She worked really, really closely with us so that we could fully understand the children's need and stages of development, so that the programme was very, very personal to this centre and the children in it, which has hugely paid off.
We've created these characters called the Helping Heroes, and each week somebody sends a letter to the children saying that they need help somewhere. So we've gone to help people who work in a marketplace. We've helped people set up a cafe. We've gone to the rainforest to help the parrots. We went to the Arctic Circle to help Pete the polar bear. Then we've just built a rocket and we've gone to a golden planet to help make some medicine for some sick pets. So we're combining drama and the story of the Helping Heroes and then a lot of free play. It's really important because there's a lot of toys these days where everything's kind of done for the child, and in the past a child would pick up a stone and they'd turn it into anything, whereas now if you want a play phone, the child feels they need to get a proper play phone. So it's just kind of opening up that idea of, with imagination, anything can become anything else. Just giving them a chance to really kind of engage with the story, with the materials to play. A lot of the stuff is things that they would do in their own free play, like we'd be playing shop or playing cafe, but it just has a kind of a frame of a story around it a little bit, so they engage a little bit more with the kind of the story because they're helping somebody out. And it's also nice for the adults, the staff in the centre, because we're then playing with them, so we're part of the story and we're playing alongside them, and I think that's really important as well.
The importance of our active retirement club here is very much building the bonds of friendship. There's so many people in our club that are living alone, and they come in here basically to meet other people, to engage in activities and to improve their overall well-being. I think it's just so important for them, and they're just such a lovely, lovely group.
We've been doing all sorts of drama, exercises and strategies, and really it's been very exciting and really uplifting, in fact, to work with the group. I believe that through doing drama, a lot of confidence has been brought to a lot of the people who are here. Drama works on both levels. It works on the level of teaching people the skill of being an actor, but really many of the strategies involve self-confidence to those who take part. Many of the people in the group have said to me, which I think is one of the things of the most value, the nature of having to act or perform has taken them away from themselves and out of themselves, and it has helped them not to be caught up in their own worries. There's such a great range of personalities and people from different contexts who, sometimes it can be hard for them to get here, and they make it here with positivity in their step, and the energy and the dynamic of them as people is really, really powerful and uplifting. I have to say it's been a very positive experience for me.
I suppose I'm kind of intuitive. I like self-expression and interacting with people, and so I loved it, and I love anything of that type because there's a great mix in it, and doing it in front of others. I find it interesting that as an older person now that I'm back doing this kind of things that I did when I was a child.
And then suddenly time stood still.
I love going to the theatre, so it's great to be able to get up and have a go yourself. I find Margaret is very good, and she's great ideas, and she makes everybody feel comfortable in what you're doing. At this stage of our lives, you don't mind getting up and making a fool of yourself. You just go for it. And she's great at that and coming up with ideas.
Tell me to go down the floor and all alone. I love everything about it because I knew nothing about it, so it's fun.
Offered a course of music lessons.
And I'm working with the boys in the TLC classes in St. Lawrence O'Toole National School here in North Wall.
Within the first 2-3 weeks, we've seen huge improvement in the boys, really beneficial.
I come down every Wednesday morning for just over an hour to spend time with the boys in both the classes, and also to do a little bit of one-to-one work with one of the boys. It seems that all of the boys have different things that they respond to and different things that they enjoy. So some of them really enjoy using the lycra, which is like a stretchy fabric that I have. I think for the kids who are sensory seeking, that's really enjoyable. They like stretching it over their heads or pulling it with their fingers. And we can bounce a toy on there sometimes too. A lot of the stuff that we would use would be kind of providing different sensory experiences for the boys. So the puppets for them to stroke and touch, or the lycra to stretch, or the scarves to throw, and the blowing that we try and work into the different songs. So the reasoning for that is it's kind of trying to provide a sense of relief for the boys if they're having some sort of stressful moment, or if they're kind of having some pent-up energy that they need to get rid of. This is a way for them to do that. And oftentimes actually in schools they're still building and developing their setups for these children, so they mightn't have a sensory space, or they mightn't always have access to somewhere for them to go and let off that bit of steam. So it's great to be able to come in and provide a little bit of space for that every week. And then of course we've got some of the boys who are really, really verbal and really able to follow a narrative and a story. And so using little bits of finger play that might have counting in them, or activities like blowing, which might be good for self-regulation. If they're feeling stressed, if they know how to, they might be able to calm down a little bit. So it's been a really interesting thing for me to come in and try and see what material is going to work for them, what skill level they have, what skill level I can maybe give them, because every week is totally different depending on people's mood or how they're feeling that day.
The benefits I've seen personally in my room is we've brought a boy out who's really shy, who's now not as shy. He is non-verbal. He will now hymn songs that he has been listening to. One of our children found it really difficult to sit for a lesson. Sitting for 2 to 3 minutes was a huge effort. He will now sit for 2 to 3 songs before wanting to get up and move around. So his concentration levels are improving. We really loved the lessons.
Looking at the idea of identity and self-identity. I think because we've been focused on it for so long, the children have really had a chance to pick apart what that means. So we have a unique classroom in that there are only 20 kids, but of the 20 kids, we have 7 different nationalities. We have 9 different languages being spoken. The boys have been able to, well, first of all, use this tier 3 language of identity, culture, representation. But they've also begun to look at, say, even their skin tone, and the idea of they've been learning words like melanin, DNA, to understand about themselves more. So they can understand why their skin colour is a certain way, why their eye colour is a certain way. Aside from that then, there has been the idea that skin is just skin. Hair is just hair, and these are the different factors that contribute in that. So even though they're learning about themselves, they're also learning that everybody is the same but different. But Susie's just bringing this wealth of information that I feel like when you're teaching, you have so many other subjects that you kind of have to put your mind on to keep your focus on. Whereas Susie, this is her sole focus. So she's bringing in all of this information. She has all of the supplies, but she's using terminology with them and the phrasing with them that might get overlooked when you're doing it yourself. I think the benefit of having Susie with them is that they're really beginning to understand the process of art. I think traditionally in primary school, the children would have been focused on the product. So you do an art lesson, at the end of it, you have this product to show, whereas the boys are really starting to understand all the different steps and processes that go into making a final piece. They love Susie. There's an audible clap and cheer every time she walks in.